Kelly Several LeVar Hamlin.
There we go.
We're live here from Robinson's Ribs tonight, man. We do a couple public showings a month and everything like that. So if you're ever interested, if we can ever come out to your businesses and do a live show there, please get us at us on Facebook. You can catch us on Facebook Live. You can catch us on the Anchor app. You can also catch us on the Spreaker website under Let's Talk About It for everything else. Coming soon, we have YouTube Live coming for our current viewers as well. So you can see us, watch us on Twitter, iTunes coming soon, everything. We got big things going.
Yo, don't play with me, yo. What's
Say,
wrong with
don't
you?
play with
What's
me.
really good with you every time, B?
CEO of the Love Grady movement. We got Miss Love Grady herself.
The beautiful Love Grady.
I swear y'all should see her. She ready to kill me right now.
Every week she ready to kill this boy.
Hey, to her left, we got Mr. Northwestern, Mr.
Yes,
Wildcat,
I'm in a building.
Gordon Tech alum,
Man, you know what I mean? What can you say about a Hall of
Delano
Fame?
legend, Jatim Young, a.k.a.
here,
Lack is
man.
in the building.
I'm used to being an appearance, and so I'm happy to be out here live. I'm happy to be with the fam. So, man, we're going to have a lit show for him, Bob.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a lit show for him.
Absolutely. And if you're missing anything, hey, please get down here, man. We will also want to thank Robinson's Reels for letting us come down here and do a live show as we speak. We're going to do a couple of other shout-outs, man, including the Love Grady movement.
Melody.
Come down here, let Damo, the bougie drunk-ass bartender, get you drunk. And if you got the singles, she might give you a little strip tease or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. How's you guys' day been going so far?
Man, you know what? It's Bob. I literally could have stayed home today.
Me too.
I sat in meetings from 8 o'clock to 2:30 for nothing. Like, not talking about, like, nothing. I should have got up and left. Like, you know the Buffalo Wild Wings commercial when the dude get low and slide under the thing and go to Buffalo Wild Wings? I should have pulled the Buffalo Wild Wings at work today.
What are you talking about?
I needed love for that one. I definitely needed love for that one to say, man, yo, get me up out of there. Love would have came through in the clutch.
I am Miss Love Grady.
Today was productive for me, actually. I got, I'm preparing for a feeding June 6th with some Greek brothers.
Okay.
So I had to just get, the stuff. I know.
Stump the yard.
Stump the yard,
Yeah. So I'm excited about that, and they're excited about it.
That's wonderful.
You know, they plan on doing it with me every quarter. So
that's awesome.
Yes, new beginnings. I love it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You know, I can't say enough about my day. I got acupuncture for the first time today.
Really? What was that like?
It tickled. I thought I was getting a tattoo on my other arm and everything like that.
So they really put the needles in you?
Yeah, they really put the needles in me.
Wow.
I had 6 needles put in my shoulder right now, and they got me taped up right. They got my shoulder taped up.
You got the athlete tape that they use in the All-Star game?
Yeah.
In the season? Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was as productive as my day has been. As like I said, we will also want to give a shout out to our brothers, our other panelists, man. Antoinette, you know, she's out. She booed up like right now.
Ooh, don't be putting her business out there.
She broadcast that. We also want to shout out Eric Uskiller. If you haven't checked out Max Julian's Maxed Out Mondays yet, it is worth tuning into.
That Maxed Out Monday was different.
Yeah. You know what? You know who I like, and I want him to be in the booth with Ooch, man. Lurch.
Hey, he was nice.
Lurch was nice. Lurch came in so right.
That was a tall, skinny, dark skinned dude with the glasses. Yeah, he was cold.
He kicked it off just right, man.
Yeah.
And Ooch came and did his thing, man. So
we already knew what Ooch was gonna do.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump to the first topic, man. In any relationship, some people, we always get questions through the email. We get questions on Facebook, like from women. They're like, what can we do? You know, give us relationship advice. Give us relationship advice. A lot of people don't realize the importance of saying, when women ask this, the importance of actually being genuine and admitting your wrongs, accountability. And it goes both sides. Saying I'm sorry and I apologize if you're dead wrong. I'm not saying it just for lips. If you're dead wrong, apologizing. And my opinion is it can save a lot of relationships. It can save a lot of marriages. So the question of the day, the question for today is, why is it so hard for individuals to admit their mistakes and wrongs?
Well, a situation happened with me and LaVar. Me and LaVar, we was getting ready for the show last week. Some young lady hit our car. All right, she was probably like in her 40s or something, and she was in our car. She hit the car. So LaVar got out and was like, looked at the car and was like, you know what, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We was going to the store. This lady, and this is an adult. This is a grown woman. Like, she was in the wrong for hitting LaVar's car, and then she blamed us. She got mad, said it was our fault. So, and it took LaVar and I back with that situation was with, how come it's so hard for females to apologize when they wrong? And we started thinking about our relationships like, if something happened and she wrong, why she never say I'm more sorry? Fellas, when we do something and we in the wrong, most times, I'm not saying consistently every time I did it, but like, I say on a scale of 1 to 10, I say like 90% of the time when I'm wrong, 90% of the time I'll be like, I apologize, I'm sorry. So, why is that so hard to apologize?
Right.
Like, why is it so hard for women to apologize? So if you guys are right now, if you live on the podcast and you want to text your responses, we're going to read them out and everything like that. We're going to give you guys an opportunity to interact with us as we're Facebook Live right now. But why is it so hard? And I don't understand that, because I agree with LaVar. A lot of relationships and marriages, but definitely a lot of relationships, can get saved if women, you just say, hey, I'm sorry, I was wrong, my fault. You might even get some head too.
Oh, wow.
Love?
Oh, wow. Okay. You should give head.
Hey, Ty.
Not because somebody gave you an apology. You should just do it because that's who you're focused on. But anyways,
I'm focused.
Shut up. Anyways, you guys, I think.
Thomas, what's up?
I think pride. I think pride plays a hard part on relationships. I think pride plays a hard part in households and egos. Those are the killers of relationships. Those are the killers of friendships. No one feels like they should be in the wrong. It's a lot of people out here that feels, yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
I went to high school with her, too.
Vanessa, hey, Vanessa.
That's my boo, yeah.
Vanessa Flores, como está?
Hey, beautiful.
Bonita. Muy bien, too.
But anyways, I feel like people don't want to apologize because they don't want to be wrong. They feel like they know it, especially either they have a degree or they're more successful than the next person, or they feel like they have a nicer car or they live in a better neighborhood. But I think it's just focused on status.
So do you think if the woman feel like she is of a higher status financially than the man, she won't apologize if she's wrong?
She probably won't. Or it's the fact that maybe I think I'm just the best shit that has ever happened to you.
All right. Well,
for that type of man,
your hair, flush that toilet on her, because her hair gonna get pulled. I'm like, don't worry about it, baby. And later that night, when that hair get pulled, she gonna know it's real. Now, didn't I tell you to get in there and make them tacos and clean up?
No, like she take that fuller shots. We gonna see how real that hair, that them edges, and them eyebrows really are at that point.
Ladies, they're sweethearts. They just talk a lot of shit on here, but they're real sweethearts.
Ann Smith said that I don't have a hard time saying it, but men I date sure have a hard time saying it. You know what? I won't disagree with you, Ann, but what I will say is that men typically will apologize quicker. First of all, we don't want to hear, all that is going to come our way, and then we're going to want some later. So,
but it's the fact,
I'm sorry.
The kind of men that won't apologize is men of authority. Men that hold authority.
Chauvinistic men.
Or law enforcement. Men that are military men.
You have some men that just, they stay in their mama basement and they ain't trying to do nothing, that won't apologize either.
I mean, those are the shitty ones, but
they
I'm
won't
talking
apologize
about
either.
Men of value.
Okay.
Those I don't consider men.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah. Here's the way I look at it, and it's the same, but it's two sides of the coin. With
Yeah, I
men,
saw that. It's finally loading up.
with men understand strength. So they figure like if they admit that they're wrong on any kind of level, that's admitting weakness. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's the male pride kicks in too.
But Levon, even if a man don't respect a woman, like say he with her,
Yeah.
but maybe he don't think highly of her. If he wrong, he would still apologize. If a
Yeah.
woman don't respect you, she really ain't gonna
But guess what?
apologize to you.
And that come in a grand scheme that comes back to like male pride versus women pride, which we're gonna touch on just a little bit later. But for a woman, a lot of women grew up with the mindset the woman is always right. Their mothers, their grandmothers, their great grandmothers has really embedded that in them in terms of women.
Even fathers.
Huh?
Even my dad did.
Oh, your dad did?
Yeah,
Oh,
my
okay.
dad raised me.
Well, hey, kudos to him for raising you so low. I'm there now. So, but it's like you actually say that saying that the woman is always right. Happy life, happy wife type
Well,
shit. Like
that is a
you
fact.
got a lot of cliches out here that feeds into that. So a woman actually hears this all her life and she feels like she's never in the wrong and that she's always right, regardless of where it comes from.
Because it's going after a while, man. Like look, man.
But I have a thing. Like for
I didn't
me,
think you apologize to you not.
but with apology, you also have to change behavior. And like the
Absolutely.
other day, I posted about self-love. I can't. But the other day, I wrote about self-love becomes black love.
Yes.
We all want black love. We all want. We're supporting
You know-
people we see on social media. Black love hashtag. Black love hashtag. But what you guys don't realize is they just don't find each other and build love. They work on self first, and then they move ahead.
Yeah.
And because it's called courtship. I've worked on myself because you have to find who you are first as a woman, and then you have to find who you are as a man, and the rest of the titles that come with it.
So when you
And then the
confident in
courtship,
that,
yeah.
You
And
able to apologize?
of
or you-
course.
Oh, wow.
Of course.
I never.
Of course.
See, like the stuff like that's why I like listening to you talk because I never like this stuff. I never think about. And LeVar, I always
Yeah.
go back to the same thing because we've been in a different realm of living that a lot of we call it civilians don't get a chance to experience
Yeah.
what we experience.
Yeah.
When you're part of a team, that's like the first thing.
Even when you play sports, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Hey, bro, my bad. You was right. You was open. I didn't pass it. My fault.
Right.
Because our common goal is to win a championship. And we don't want to let anything seep in where you feel a certain way towards me and I feel a certain way towards you where it prevent us from from reaching our ultimate goal that we train for, that we condition
Yeah.
for, that we practice for.
And you know what? And it's two different sports.
That's why I like
we play.
hearing your perspective.
And it's two different sports because I think even in two different sports in basketball, I've always said they say the toughest sport position to ever play in any sport is one of the toughest is quarterback of a football team.
Right.
Because even though a lineman misses
And you as a
spot
quarterback.
and a receiver drops a pass or there's a
Yeah.
fumble, you have to assume that responsibility as a quarterback, even though it's not your fault. And that's something I had to learn. Like, okay, well, I have to assume the responsibility. That's why it helps build that leadership and it helps build that character.
But what you would say if you threw a bad pass,
Oh.
like say if it's that dude bliss you and your lineman didn't pick up and you threw a bad pass, the first thing you're going to say is, hey man, my fault on the pass. Then you might go up to the lineman and say, hey man, block him for me like I know you can.
No, I told you.
know what I mean?
I told you. I said I didn't see him.
Yeah,
Like,
but see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and you do that so much, it's a part of who you are. Where even if something really wasn't your fault, you would still say, "Hey, you know what? I could do better."
Mm-hmm.
And I think we as like me, and maybe I'm speaking from a different realm in a different world.
no,
that I was a part of.
I understand your language.
I always took responsibility. Like somebody else missed a shot. Like I missed a 3 to win a game. I had like 40 points, 15 rebounds, 11 assists. I played the best game I probably played.
Mm-hmm.
I called my coach and apologized to him for missing a shot to win a game.
Yeah.
A lot of my teammates turned the ball over, didn't play well. Some even was sick, didn't show up, or whatever. But I said we lost the game because of me.
Yeah,
and I played my best game.
I should not so much. I should have played better. I should have played smarter.
Or I should have made that shot.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
And that's what I mean. So when I come into my real life in a relationship, if I make a mistake or if I'm wrong, I'm quick to say, "Hey, sweetheart, I'm sorry. I apologize."
Mm-hmm.
Whereas females and women not real susceptible to do that.
No.
Okay, so I want to share this with you guys.
Okay, go ahead.
This is what I wrote the other day. For those who don't follow me or we're not friends, but I cut it in half. But I said, God is love. Love is patient and kind. Nothing in life is perfect. There's going to be tribulations. If you don't have a partner to walk this journey of life with, let the right someone find you. Allow them to find and pour into your soul. I am not a love doctor. Just been through some things and learned lessons along the way. You can't change anyone, but you could embrace them. So part of embracing them is saying, you know, babe, I'm sorry, or allowing them to say sorry, and you accepting it and moving past it, not to throw it back in their face.
Absolutely.
And help them grow in becoming a better individual. Bad habits are hard to let go, but it's worth it. They will work on becoming a force, not an anchor or a distraction. Some people are anchors. You know, it's more like a latch. I have these kids, you got to help me take care of my kids.
I get you.
They're anchors. I have these baby mamas, I need a car, I need your car. So they become an anchor. A distraction is, you know what, I got to go feed the homeless on Tuesdays, but I need you here. I need you to go to the bar with me and drink. Babe, I need you. That becomes a distraction because you're not helping me be passionate about what I'm passionate
and
about.
Distractions is negative.
They're different. They're different, but an anchor is an anchor. An anchor is going to pull you down worse than a distraction.
So
I don't want to be distracted because I want to be focused.
Yeah.
I want to be focused.
Yeah.
So maybe occupying might be a better word. Like you occupy, like if you feeding the homeless, okay, just tell them. Your boo loves, she feeding the homeless. What are you doing right now to be better, to make y'all's situation better?
Right.
Oh, I'm with LeVar, building our empire with this. Let's talk about it. So now we both are busy and occupied. Like we both doing something productive. So I like the word productivity a little bit more than I would distraction.
I like the word distraction. And I also stated pointing fingers can be very selfish. And aggressiveness can be scary. But being sorry so many times is unacceptable. And self-love grows into black love.
Oh, I want to hug you right now.
Okay.
Hey, let me read some of these comments real quick.
Let's get to it.
So,
I just wanted to share, you guys.
Ty talk about pride and ego. Katrina said that she don't apologize all the time. Ann said that I think men feel they are better and have a lot of options, and because of that, they want to apologize.
So basically 66-1.
See, yeah.
All right.
Katrina also said that I show my apology with change behavior. Saying I'm sorry means nothing. Katrina, I disagree. Saying I'm sorry means a lot.
It means so much.
It means so much.
It carries you and it heals you, the offender or the victim.
Tamia Winning said that actions speak louder than words. Thank you for that, Tamia. Tamia also said grown women own up to their wrong. Katrina also said that I said I'm sorry because I didn't want to argue anymore. I think about it was wrong. Tamia also said that you have to quote it again, say it louder or something like that.
Right. I told her I was saying it. Yeah.
You know what? Like I said, when it comes to apologies,
and Tamia said she loved what love said. I love what love said.
I have something to say about actions speak louder than words. I've known guys close to me and females that have dipped out on their significant other or spouse. And now I have known them to speak to step out on their significant others, okay? And they have done the actions. They stayed home more. They've been more homebodies. They're more family oriented, etc. And that's the actions. But they're still never ever forgiven, and things never go back the same because, let's be honest, especially when a man cheats on a woman really wants that man deep down. She really wants him to sulk and be like, "I'm sorry," and beg for forgiveness before she really gets over that. Like, she wants that satisfaction.
A woman never gets over that.
Well, okay, no, but she want that. But in part of the forgiving process or the saying "I'm sorry" process, that comes with. I need to. It's like you need to hear the words.
But it's beyond. I think it's beyond just sorry, because I think that if you're in a relationship, I can't just be saying I. This is not an I situation. This is a we situation. And I think a lot of ladies and men, like I said, pointing the finger is very selfish, because I'm not looking at my flaws, or I'm not accepting my flaws. I'm just looking at what you're doing to me, and I'm making myself.
That's a very good point.
I'm making myself the victim, and I'm making you the monster. Not only am I making you the monster, but I'm dropping the monster negativities in my friend's ear or my sister's ear or my family's ear, and that's making people look at you like you're just a messed up individual.
You just brought people into your relationship.
Yeah.
So that's already
exactly.
wrong. That's already wrong.
So at the same time, I think that we, as adults, not just women, I think we need to look at ourselves, and if we want it, embrace your man. Make him feel wanted. Absolutely. Make him feel appreciated. But men, at the same time, you have to respect us. Absolutely. You have to nurture your woman. Like, it's nurturing.
Yeah.
I love being catered to. I love being nurtured to. Shut your mouth. But I love it.
The nectar is sweet around here these days. But anyway, hold on. Hold on. We went to talk about this last week, but with the circus and the chaos going on last week, we had to revisit it this show. So just move on. Hey, and I don't do my top five normally this early, man. But we're gonna make an exception for this show now.
I can't wait for this, LeVar.
And feel free to chime in, agree or disagree.
Hey, y'all get y'all fingers ready to type. Because LeVar got top 5 for you. Fellas, pay attention.
Top 5 bullshit-ass apologies you should never accept, whether it's from a man or a woman. Number 1, when a motherfucker say, my bad. My bad is not the same as saying, I'm sorry, I apologize. I don't want to hear that shit.
I don't want to hear that.
My bad about what? Farting in the bed? You know what I'm saying? My bad.
What you reneging?
Leaving your drawers in the seat?
Yeah, what's my bad?
Leaving the granny panties in the seat? Really? My bad? Really? I don't want to hear my bad when it's apology time.
So can I intervene?
Go ahead.
Just like ladies, don't buy me no damn purse or shoes because you done fucked up. You can't buy me.
I like that comeback. Mm-hmm. I like that, love. I gotta give you that because I'm gonna buy you a purse for that shit.
Number 2, when a female really says this more so than anybody. When a woman or a female says, I'm sorry you feel that way. I don't need you to apologize about how I feel. Don't apologize for my feelings.
I hate that. I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm sorry I feel that. I don't want to hear that
shit. Don't be dismissive to my feelings.
Don't apologize for my feelings.
She's not being dismissive. She's being understanding.
How she's being understanding?
I'm sorry that because if some
feel that way.
It's simple. No, because I feel like if you're in a negative state of mind and you're upset, you're gonna take that statement negative. But she's letting you know, I understand what you're feeling. I understand why you're feeling. Understand? Whatever part that she did. The part that you might be heartbroken, the part that you might be disappointed in her, the part
I'm sorry.
Don't accept that shit.
Ladies,
I ain't trying to hear that. Say
use the sentence. If he doesn't understand it, he's just slow.
Yeah. Don't use that shit. Don't use that shit.
Say, I'm sorry, I feel that way. I'm gonna say, you know what?
Fellas, don't accept that shit.
I'm sorry, I feel that way too.
Yeah.
LeVar, what you doing, bro?
We out of here.
We on our way to Red Diamonds.
Yeah, you already know.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
But that's the thing.
No, we on our way out here with DJ Surprise.
We going with DJ Surprise. Know your way over Chicago.
Number 3, she gets mad because you mad.
Oh my God, that's the worst.
And then that way she forces you to apologize on some shit that she already fucked up on.
How are you wrong and then you get mad because I'm upset because of your wrong?
Hold on. I hate to say it. Guys do that too. I gotta be honest. Guys do that too now.
Maybe because you're not understanding and maybe you're not listening and maybe you need that space to just kind of regroup and come back. Or maybe you need the space not to put your hands on her. I'm just saying.
Hold on. All right.
Maybe I just need that space before I crack a bottle out your head.
But if you make a mistake, why are you getting mad for your mistake?
Because maybe you don't want to forgive me at that moment.
LeVar, if you turn the ball over, if you throw the interception, are you going to get mad at your receiver because you threw the ball short?
No, I fucked up.
Lack, if you turn the ball over, are you going to get mad because like he didn't get back on defense and you threw the ball and he got to turn over dunk?
No,
that's on me.
So this is like real personal, you guys. I don't like conflict, and everybody who knows me knows I don't like conflict. So if I'm on the phone and you're trying to argue with me, I get off the phone. I'll tell you, look, I hangs up. Or I'll tell you, you know what, call me when you're cool down or call me when you're calm, and then we can redirect this conversation for me to understand where you're coming from,
I get it.
and
But
for
you know
you
what?
to understand
She
where
coming
I'm
from the
coming
situation
from.
of y'all together,
Yeah.
and she do something, and you mad, and you kind of vent
Right.
about her mistake.
Right.
Okay.
You know,
But
I
you,
see
but,
that.
but
I
like,
see that.
but here's another alternate.
because at this, when we're both emotionally unstable or upset, you're gonna say something I regret. You're gonna say
what
something.
do you think is the best thing that
I
men should
think-
do if you wrong, and then they call you and you wrong, and you get mad at them? What should a man do in that situation right then and there?
I think he should listen. A great listener. Listen to understand. Don't listen to react.
Ah, I get it. So
But you know-
you should. She said you should listen, even though she mad at you. Even though she mad at you for her being wrong, you still gotta listen.
Hold
to
on,
her.
and I understand
Right.
that, but see,
Because sometimes we have to be the bigger person
Yeah.
in the situation.
where I was
period.
going, where I was
I want
going
your
is,
point, Bob. Go ahead.
where I was going is sometimes, and hold on, when anybody get to arguing, it's always over that goddamn cell phone. So it's like somebody will go through the cell phone to be like, who is such and such, and then somebody get mad about, why you going through my phone?
But a woman,
you go back and forth. So it's like now the person that said, why you going through my phone, is getting mad or find a reason to get mad because she's already feeling some kind of way or he's already feeling some kind of way.
a person only goes through your phone if you gave them insecurities or you put doubt in a relationship.
Not all the time.
Yes,
Not all the time.
that and that is true.
That's-
So you said
Not all the time.
she made
You-
you mad because of something you did previously, and then she was getting back at you,
But
and then he found out.
No. I'm just saying, like, I believe, this is my personal opinion. I think women that goes through phone are broken. And they have not healed from the last person who did
All right.
it to them.
And hold on, but
not
instead of owning up to that, though,
wait,
they get
wait,
mad.
no, wait,
So,
don't do that. But not only that, I'm sorry.
Love ready to go through my phone.
Not only that, it's the fact maybe you, LeVar, have created a doubt in the relationship. Maybe something you started doing from the beginning, you've then stopped it. So that allows her to question what you doing.
I can feel that too.
What you doing? Why you ain't calling me? Where's my morning texts? Where's my good night, babe? Where's my, whatever. Like,
Yeah, she passed gas after that second date, so I couldn't get past that. So Number 4, you apologize via text or email.
Don't accept that.
Don't
though.
accept that
'Cause when
shit
you
at all.
wrong, she gonna
If
come to
you
your
gonna cuss me
face.
out in person,
She gonna come to your
say I'm
face and
sorry
be
in
like,
person.
step on
I don't want no fucking texts or emails and shit.
So when you wrong,
AOL my ass.
hey,
You know.
I think
come
any-
with that same energy.
I
When
mean,
you
but
wrong,
You
no
agree with
text,
that one?
No email,
But-
no text. Come with that same energy in person and tell me you sorry.
But at the same time, you guys have to realize that nowadays, people, I swear,
Well, yeah,
now listen to this before you jump over there. It's the fact that nowadays we don't communicate. We don't call and say good morning. We say GD morning. Seriously. Some of us,
GM.
or
Yeah,
GM.
I'm saying I'm on Pulaski Road.
GMB, that type
You know,
of
but
GMS,
it's the truth.
Last
We
road.
barely pick up the phone and call, and so I could hear your voice. Everybody now is texting. Oh, it's too loud. I can't hear you. Let me text. Oh, I'm in the bed. Let me text. Oh, I'm on the toilet. Let me text. All we do is text and email. We barely do
Honestly,
face-to-face
she gonna
conversation.
hear
If
that
I'm on the
real
toilet,
toilet flush.
if I'm on the
Toilet,
toilet,
she gonna hear that real-
phone. I'm like, baby, I'm sorry, man. And she better, hey,
I'm just
look
saying,
on the camera.
if the relationship starts like that and you get an apology like that,
No,
then
she-
don't act
come-
brand
hey,
new.
Come to me in person and apologize. Because if I do something messed up, you gonna come to me and snap on me and be like, yo, just tell me, yo, what's wrong with you? Yo, what's really good, Poppy?
Absolutely.
Yo, what's really good, son?
What's
Yo,
wrong with
what
you?
doing?
What's wrong with you?
What's
You're so
wrong with
stupid,
What,
you
you
know?
stupid or something like that? You thought it was gonna get back to me? Yo, what's wrong with you? What is good with you, yo?
I
So you
understand.
a grown-up?
I understand. But my thing is, if you're gonna approach me in a negative way in person, apologize and humble yourself when it comes to
Alicia
apology.
said you should apologize in person.
My girl, Alicia, you get
Alicia, what's
an
up, baby?
applause behind that.
Alicia, you get a kiss.
All right, last
She said she gets the morning video.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but seriously.
she get morning sausage every morning. Wow.
Uh-oh.
All right, number 5. And there's a story behind it. I say, don't let these men and women use sex as an apology. Women, have you ever had a guy like try to apologize with dick before?
Yeah.
You like, Get that shit out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit.
If a
Tell
woman
me I'm sorry.
apologizes with sex, we gonna take it. We give in.
Guys, we give in.
Easy.
So
Easy.
look, I'm putting a challenge out there for everybody who's
all
like,
the fellas.
if
don't
these
accept sex apology.
if these
Try
heifers
hard.
if these heifers spread their legs trying to say I'm sorry, say get this shit out of here. Say I want the words first.
Well, that tells you about them if they're messing with the heifer.
I want to hear that shit.
If he gotta call the heifer a heifer, that just tells you what kind of scallywag he's
Baby, I'm a bull, baby.
messing
You know what I'm saying?
with.
I'm a
That's
bull.
what he
Hey,
said.
fellas, don't accept sex.
Don't
as an
accept
apology.
sex as an
Make
apology.
Him look at you in your eyes, say,
Oh,
I apologize.
I apologize.
And then you say apologize for what?
I mean, I just feel.
Left stroke can't go viral without you saying I'm sorry. Fuck you mean, you know?
I just feel some people, you know, that's how they know how to communicate. They know how to communicate with sex.
And then
because they feel like their sex is good.
Absolutely.
So they feel like they could do whatever they want to do and then give you some good whatever.
My sex is great, but I'm still say I'm sorry when I'm wrong. Some of these girls who think they sex is good really ain't.
Ooh,
and some of these men think their sex is good is lousy. Some of y'all just make me want to throw up.
Ooh.
I know.
Black line for both of those.
Not personally, but I'm just saying.
Well, hold on. You know
I've
what?
seen
Hold on. Well, that's my top 5. If you guys agree, if you guys disagree, please chime in. Love.
Bang, bang, bang.
Which one would you take out and implement on your own if
take out and implement? I like all 5, but like one thing I would say, I would say the most important one is because we live in a modern day of technology.
Yeah.
I think the part 4 with the texting one.
Mm-hmm.
Now all the stuff we've been saying. I think that texting I'm sorry. I think eliminate that. You know what I mean? I think the other 3.
What would you put in that place then?
Don't accept text.
I'm just saying. Wait, what other way would be a suitable apology?
A handwritten letter.
Okay, I like that.
A handwritten letter.
I've done that.
Instead of texting I'm sorry and you got spell check. Get some art paper. Get some construction paper.
Get hooked on phonics if you can't spell that good.
Write a handwritten letter of I'm sorry. Get some glitter. Get some glue. Like a kindergarten project, and make him or make her a card and say,
not even. No, I mean that's nice. That's nice. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, y'all could go to Walgreens in the Hallmark section. Look for Between You and Me. Them cards are real.
Okay, so love, which one would you take out and implement?
I like all. I really like all. I think your list was good. Overall, I'll just say this. Ladies, when you're wrong, apologize. Embrace your man because it's somebody out here who probably wants your man. Oh, yeah. And men, it's probably somebody out here who would adore and appreciate your women. So when you're wrong and you do wrong, be the bigger person and apologize and say I love you. And not only that, do just cause. You don't have to do great things or great gestures on holidays or birthdays. Do it throughout the week. Let them know how you feel.
Absolutely.
Keep the woman's attention. Women, keep the man's attention.
Absolutely. With that being said, man, hey, we got to take
I'll say I do if I get that type of attention.
Absolutely.
I'll say I do.
Absolutely. Hey, we got to take a real quick break right now. I'm pretty sure somebody got to go up and use the bathroom. Hey, we went over half an hour in on
that was excellent.
That was crazy, man.
Crazy
but hey, we're going to take a real quick break, man. We got, like I said, DJ Rashad.
Jeremiah, what up, bro?
On the ones and twos here at Robinson's. We got Damo, the drunk ass, bougie ass bartender back here getting people smacked. Come down to Robinson's. Hey, we got an extra mic. We got 2 chairs, so whoever want to join in. Hot seats, man. Come get this fire, man. You know, do what you got to do.
Then we going to the south side.
Absolutely, man. Hey, we going to catch you guys on
But we going to leave the best side, which is the west side.
Absolutely. Hey, we going to catch you guys on the other side of the pillow for the next topic in a minute. Welcome back to Let's Talk About It, man. Your host, Black Kelly Several LeVar Hamlin, along with Love Grady and Mr. Wildcat Tim Young,
Yes,
aka
sir.
Lack. Hey, we enjoy you guys tuning in so far. Hey, bring your asses down to Robinson's, man. For real, for real.
Or go to Norman's because we're
Or
about
go to Norman's
leave.
after
Right.
that because we probably end up down there
What's your
smoking
name,
cigars.
We got Charmaine making
We got
food for
Charmaine.
y'all. She taking orders for food.
Yeah.
You on wings. Charmaine
Get the
is
fish.
here. She got her jean skirt and her neck out here looking good with her eyelashes and stuff like that. I see you, Charmaine.
Absolutely. But hey, we're gonna jump into the second topic, man. Hey, we got if anybody don't know, we got the social media page, Let's Talk About It page up, man. When we go live, you can watch us live on there. If anybody is not watching us live through Let's Talk About It, you are now. But we have different topics, man, and we have a social media topic of the week. So, and I know it's early in the week, but we got one already. A lot of times we always talk about trust within relationships and marriages and so on. So somebody posed this question, and I'm going to try to generalize it the best way I can so you guys, everybody can chime in and not feel like we're jumping on one side or the other. It was your husband or wife called and says that the car broke down and he or she can't come home tonight. Respond as a husband or as a wife.
I'm on my way. Share your location.
Oh, okay. So you just gonna take
And
it
I'm
out.
not even going to put him in an Uber. I'm going to get myself in my car and drive to wherever he's at and go pick him up.
Okay.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Baby, I want you home safe, and I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Hurt his feelings out.
What?
Hurt his feelings out.
Hurt his feelings?
Yeah.
What?
He's stranded.
Yeah, I know he's stranded.
He's stranded. And he calling.
All right, time out. So what about this? Because you have some people that.
Oh, no, I read the comments, bro.
I read the comments, but I'm saying you have some situations where, like, what we're gonna probably do before the summer is out, we're gonna take trips. We're putting together trips to Naptown, Indianapolis, Kentucky, which is like 4, 5, 6 hours away.
Right.
So what if one of us comes across that situation where our car breaks down and say you got a significant other? Then what? Because that is some ways away.
Right. And that's what I was telling the girls that was online that was commenting like, man, he better, I'm going to tell him I'm going to change the locks, or I'm going to tell him his stuff going to be out the house and everything like that. I'm like,
I mean, but-
we are. Like, you don't, like, what if this man is stuck overnight somewhere?
But
Like,
you
what
have
gonna do?
to, if you're going to ask a question, you have, it all depends how you word it. Now, if you say you drove to the neighborhood states, Indiana or Wisconsin or Tennessee or somewhere, then say that. But if he's in
Nah,
Chicago.
but that's the first thing he said, though. The first thing he said was, babe, the car broke down. I'm not going to get home until tomorrow.
Right.
Your first initial
Right,
reaction
but they didn't.
was
Wait,
blank.
let me stop you. But the question did not say he was out of town. The
You
question.
don't have to.
It does have to, because you have to be specific. If somebody came in here and did something to somebody in here, you have to be detailed about the person who committed the act.
Okay.
The question is wide open. The question does not say if he was out of town.
It's a significant other's person. It's a significant other's job to ask a follow-up question.
Right.
What's wrong?
No,
Where's
but
your
it's
car?
wait a minute. No, because if you're my husband, I'm gonna know you're out of town. If you're my husband, I'm gonna know you're on Division and Rush Street. You're always gonna. Let me tell you,
He's
it's
just gonna
not.
be down- he's just gonna
It's
be down
not. It's not even check-in. It's not even. People look at it as in check-in, but nowadays it's okay for you to be. You know, babe, have fun with your friends. I'm catching up with the fellas at Robinson's.
All right.
I know you're at Robinson's. So if something happens to you, then I know, you know what? I got to come to the west side and come get you from
What that
Robinson's.
question did
If you are,
was
wait a
it
minute.
allowed people to see how people think, how people mentality
But
is.
it did not state if
Right.
they were out of
But your
town.
first response.
Right.
We looked at first response in that. And people first response, a lot of the, especially when it was like the husband, a lot of the females' first response was, okay, my phone not gonna work. My charger not gonna work, this and that. Baby, you don't even know the situation. Your first immediate response off of those two questions, off those two statements was, our relationship, our whole marriage gone. So the husband you picked, you knew he wasn't shit then, and you picked the ain't shit dude. And so when he call you and tell you that his car broke down, he can't come home,
Because
you finna throw away your whole marriage.
Because maybe he's did something in the past that got her like that. But like I said, for me personally, I'm going to take this question. if I was asked this question, my next question would be, is he in Chicago? Is he in Chicago? Or is he out of town? Now,
everybody didn't say what you said.
It's situation based, basically.
It's situation based. If he's in Chicago, I'm on my way to pick you up. And I've been there.
All right, quick question.
I've been that woman
Quick
where
question.
I leave home and I go and I pick up, and then I make sure he gets home safe.
All right.
At the end of the day, it's where you are in your relationship, in your marriage, in your affairs, and what type of person this person is. Right. Now, if you know this person is not a nothing ass person, why are you following him? And that's what's wrong with women. They follow these nothing ass men, and they know their men ain't shit.
Right.
They keep tracks. They keep 360 on their phones. Ooh. They look who
what
checks.
Does 360 mean?
360, like I could log on right now and see where my daughter is. You'll see my daughter walking.
Right.
You'll see movement.
Yeah.
You know, it's all these apps.
And what's the thing you told me last week?
Spoke. Yeah.
I spoke myself. Hold on, I gotta admit, I spoke myself over the weekend.
So you guys spoke. You know what spoke?
I spoke. I did.
Oh, you spoke yourself. And was it accurate?
No, it was 3 different lies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do you.
It was 3 different lies.
I'm gonna do you, LeVar.
All right.
I'm almost positive. You probably went the wrong place.
No.
But ladies,
no. One of them said I was 70 years old. The other one said I was 38, which was accurate. And the other one said I was 58.
But they give you a list because what it does.
There's only one LeVar Hamlin, but
no,
it's not. We all related to the same person.
No, you're not. But it gives you a list of people in Kentucky, people in Illinois.
No, they said
there's other LeVar Hamlin.
No, all of them from Chicago.
There's 6.
Everything was identical.
No, seriously, there's 6 Natasha Grady's.
In Chicago?
No, all over.
Oh, thanks for saying your name on the thing. But anyway, I got two different scenarios to bring up to you guys. You know we live in Chicago, so come January, February, March, we get a little bit of weather come through there. You know, we get some blizzards sometimes where you can't bust a move. Like, it takes you literally 4 hours to shovel yourself out.
That's why you invest in 4-wheel drive.
But for the ones who can't invest and don't have the money for 4-wheel drive,
it costs the same as a 2W.
Okay, so hold on. How is this any different than not being understanding like we talked about the last one? Because if you have a snowstorm and you really can't move, and it goes beyond that. Like, you can have really bad roads where you're just not supposed to be on that. And take it for somebody who drove from Memphis to Chicago in the middle of a blizzard, and I had to do 25 miles an hour with an infant in the back. That's no fun. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was better like, hey, well, we should stay at a hotel or something like that until this blew over. So what about that scenario? Could you understand if a man said, look, car broke down, it's the middle of a blizzard.
Right. There's IDOTs on the E-way. There's AAA. Like, seriously. Like, there's extended batteries. We live in a society, we live in a world right now where any excuse you give is not an excuse. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have a charger. You have a charger in your car. You have an extended battery where you could put in your purse. Because when I go to the lounges or the club, I got an extended battery and the wiring in my purse.
Okay.
People come up with excuses. You know who you lay up with. When you buy a dog, you know what kind of dog you buying.
Yeah. No, shout out to Mike Chambers. My man Mike, man. That's a Gremlin State alum. He played for the legendary coach at Gremlin State.
Right. Which one? Eddie Robinson?
Eddie Robinson. He played for Eddie Robinson, was player of the year. And he works downtown for the federal building.
That's what's up.
That's my man Mike. Shout out to Joanna Young. Same last name. What up, Kim Folk? Shaniqua Lewis. Shout out to Shaniqua.
I can't see none of that. It's
not
uploaded.
And, love is right here. Shout out to love.
You can log out and go back in. Here's another situation. You go out. It's a summer night. Mm-hmm. Say where we're at, and somebody goes out to the atrium on 183rd. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just giving you a broad.
Yeah. I understand.
Somebody has a little bit too much to drink. They come past like 147th where the hotels and stuff are at, and they start having car trouble. Like, radiators go out all the time.
Absolutely.
Hoses go bad.
Absolutely.
And say no. It's not a tune. You can't tune up a bus radiator. That's antifreeze.
11 at night.
It runs up. No, and says later. Say he stayed till 2:00 in the morning, and he's like, something's wrong with the car. I'm at this. He tells you, I'm at this hotel. I'm gonna stay here for the night till everything opens up in the morning where I can get this fixed. Your reaction would still be what?
Let me tell you, my husband ain't spending the night nowhere. If I'm not at the hotel next to him, he not spending the night there. And wherever he at, I'm picking him up.
So you gonna drive that
yes.
6 hours if he's 6 hours away?
We gonna figure out something.
All right, I'm just saying because
something.
like and that's why I like this post. And I go back to that. I like that post. Your husband calls you and says the car broke down. I'm not gonna come home tonight. I won't get home till tomorrow. Respond. What that post showed is where a lot of people are mentally right now, like in a relationship scenario and situation. And a lot of y'all not ready for love and ready for a relationship, because if you tell your husband after he tell you this, if your first reaction is get out, you ain't nothing, whatever, I don't care, I don't want you, move your stuff out, and somebody just posted like it's a Walgreens everywhere. Yeah. Sweetheart, if you driving in the middle of nowhere, like if you coming from another state and you driving your car break down, Walgreens ain't gonna do nothing for you. You know what I mean? You know what?
But at the same time, with the answers that we're getting, hey Janet, with the answers.
Hey Janet.
Girl, that car wash was lit.
Yes, it was. That Corvette. I like that Corvette wash.
Oh yeah.
You know, at the same time, we got to read these answers, and you could tell who's been hurt. You could tell who's been battered. You could tell who has confidence. You could tell who's secure in their skin, their body, and their relationship.
You know what?
And that's the truth of it. You know, if you've been a woman that's been cheated on, if you've been a woman that's not been appreciated, loved properly by somebody, right? No matter how they say, I'm not bitter. You know, they say that I'm ready to. I can move forward. A lot of times we don't close doors before we heal. We just find somebody to heal the spot or heal the void or heal whatever we got going on. And because this person gives us moments, we're okay. We feel like we're okay. But the truth about it, you're not going to be successfully ready for the person that you're supposed to be with. Absolutely. So when he comes or when she comes, this person is so strong-minded and so set and valued and have traditions and morals and flatters you and compliments you and caters to you and matches your fly, you're going to be off balance because you're broken. You have not healed the things that you've needed to heal, and here it is, you have right in front of you and you don't know how to accept right.
Absolutely. So here's
before you get to it, I remember like early 2000s, like as if people don't know out here, I went to Northwestern. I was a high school All-American basketball player, one of the top players in the country. I went to Northwestern, top player in the country in college. I played 10 years professional basketball. It was one time I was in the summer. I had to go to Detroit or whatever like that for a Celebrity All-Star game. I went to Detroit. I went and played in the Celebrity All-Star game and everything like that. I was coming home. I actually drove from Chicago to Detroit to play in this because I was like, I just want to drive. Usually I fly, but I drove this time. Mm-hmm. And in the middle of the night, you know what I mean? Like,
I'll read it.
I had like one of my rims cut one of my tires. One of my rims cut one of my tires and it popped. And so like I called AAA and everything like that. It took them forever to get there. And you know, we talking about a time when like cell phones were just like relevant and everything like that. So I mean, once I got my tire fixed or whatever, and I made it to Chicago, it was the next day, like 7 a.m. when I got back to Chicago. Now, you know what I mean? Now everybody not a professional athlete. Everybody, you know what I mean? Like don't get to go to those different things. But these situations happen all the time. So if I was in like a relationship where like somebody was like, "Man, you're not coming home," and then when I call, or if I would have called them and told them I can't come home because the situation happened, and they would have vented on me the way some of these women was venting, talking about what they'll do to their husband. But once I get back to Chicago, just know you getting your stuff on my crib, or if we living together, I'm getting my stuff out and I'm gonna give me another condo somewhere else, and you can figure out how you gonna pay that rushing that. Because me and you is definitely finished after that. Like I ain't playing with you at all.
Absolutely. And you know what? I was thinking like that's a good question because I think that's one of the things that exposes exactly like you said, where your relationship is there any trust in the relationship,
Darren, what's up?
etc. So, but you know what? I was just thinking, hey, I want to do this impromptu. It's not gonna always be on me. We're gonna go around the table when it comes to this because it's very connected to this question. Top 5 red flags for a relationship. We're gonna go around to I name one, Love will name one, you name one, and we'll go on that way. Okay. Who wants to go first?
What you mean?
Top 5. We're gonna name top 5 red flags if or when you're in any relationship.
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
If I'm in a relationship with you and I have to call you and tell you open up the door, or I gotta tell you I'm on my way, or I gotta call to see if you there, or I gotta call to see if it's okay for me to come over and spend some time with you, that's a red flag for me.
Okay.
All right, before I get to my red flag, Katrina said that her dude is a hooper.
Uh-huh.
Katrina, if he gone 9 months out of the year and you still there, or if he live in another state and he's working, playing basketball in another states, and he can't make it home and you still there, then you very understanding. But if he don't do that and he just hoop and then come home after that, I'm talking about like hooping as a job, like when you are traveling doing things. Like I was like elite level hooping. So if you got one of those, then you should understand what I'm talking about. But if you don't got one of those, this is a different level of hooping. This ain't YMCA hooping. I would say a red flag for me is just energy. If I'm talking to you and you come across like you ain't interested, then I'm definitely not interested after all. I cut you off ASAP.
Attention.
Yeah, if you're not attentive to me, I cut you off immediately. I don't even waste my time.
All right. Number 3. Oh, that's a good one. Number 3, I'm gonna go with the obvious. If you have to ask for it, if you have to go through somebody's cell phone and ask for passwords to their phone or their computer, that is an automatic red flag that you're in a relationship you're not supposed to be in. Without trust, you ain't got nothing. So that's fine. If you have to literally go through somebody's cell phone or ask for passwords through any kind of electronics, that is a automatic red flag because you don't trust me at any point and probably never will.
All right, there you go.
Love.
There you have it.
We got two more.
Okay.
Oh, we do?
Okay. So the red flag is for me, is when you still communicate with the ex that doesn't have, that you don't have any kids with, 1, and 2, if you do have kids and there's no boundaries set.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. All right, so like you got the last one.
I just think if you can't respect my career, so a lot of relationships I had when I was playing basketball for a living, when it was my job, I had to break those relationships because my career came first, my dream came first. Since I was at Delano, since I was that shorty playing on the crates, playing in alleys, playing on the playground my whole life, it was to be a professional athlete. When that dream came true, it took me away. Like, I wasn't in Chicago. You know what I mean? I was always traveling, even high school and college.
So,
and like, it was females that was like, why you always gone? Why don't you miss that tournament? Why don't you not work out today? You kidding me?
So I would say that if the person cannot respect your passion,
my passion, thank you.
If the person cannot, if the person can't respect your passion and how you make your financial means, then that's a problem.
That's a red flag immediately.
Right.
I can feel you on that. That's fine right there. I'm trying to think of one that
I mean, just think about when you was a quarterback for the Oilers, when you was going through all them training camps and stuff like that. Were you with somebody or were you single?
No, I was single.
Okay. See, I was kind of like in between relationships.
Like me and you, we've been friends for like over 20 years.
Yeah.
But when you left TSA and you told me that you were going to the fire department, I was like, dude, I'm praying for you. Like, I was that support. I was that, how you doing? You okay? You good? Like, God bless you. You got this. like, you know, and you were like, man, I had a rough day, and I was like, look, it's gonna get better. It's gonna be worth it. Like, think about the benefits that you're gonna receive once you graduate. You're gonna be able to buy your house, buy yourself a new car, take your baby anywhere she wants to go. Not only that, it all goes back to that self-love.
Yes.
It all goes back to that self-love. So now that you in your career, now that you've seen some things, you stumble on these houses that you go to, and you see living situations. You see people dying. You hear it. You read it.
Oh, yeah.
It's humbled you. It's giving you another perspective of life. So when that new girl comes in your life,
Yeah,
you gonna be.
she across the way on the thing right now. You know?
He's so funny.
You
so
gonna
funny.
be. You
She
gonna
know
be.
who she is out there. You know?
You gonna be ready for her for the simple
Super
fact.
thick.
For the simple fact, you don't been through some stuff. Not only that, she's gonna respect you for your struggle because of where you started and where you are today and where you're trying to be.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. And so.
That's when I start licking my
You know,
lip.
and you know what? Oh, I gotta make a quick
I'm
announcement.
a sucker for cornrows and manicure
toes. You know, with that said, hey, we got Siobhan, the broker here. She's
Hey,
how you doing?
Siobhan the body,
You know,
the broker.
the body, the broker. You know, we're gonna be, blame the bougie ass bartender for keeping our drinks lit and everything. Thanks to the fans and everything for tuning in. But hey, we was talking about top 5 red flags for a relationship, because the question today was, your mate says the car broke down.
Okay.
They can't make it home that night. You respond as the other person that you respond as you.
Okay.
So what would your response be?
Their car broke down.
They can't make it home that night.
It's too many options. There's too many ways to be able to get home for your. But it's too many. Get here the best way you can.
Right. Or
Right.
I'm coming to get you.
Or I'm coming to get you. Yeah, because there's too many. There's too many. I mean, where are you? Where are
Are
you?
you
She's
in Chicago or are you out of town?
Right.
That's
Where
the
are
question.
you? Yeah.
See, Siobhan, that's why somebody like you.
I like
Yeah.
it.
But these
That's
other
what I said.
these other comments about, oh, it's over with, go pack your bags. As soon as I get back to Chicago,
No, I mean,
But these are-
what's
cars
my bag
break
gonna
down.
pack? Oh,
Cars break down. However,
And flights are
in this day and age,
You
there
know
are
what?
too
We
many
didn't say, we didn't
options.
say about flights though. We didn't say nothing about flights though.
Now, but it
Yeah.
was this car. Car broke
Oh,
down. The car broke down. He said, hey, he called. He said, hey, babe, what's up? Hey, my car broke down. I ain't gonna be able to get home in the morning. What's your response as a wife?
Exactly.
Damn, what is your response? And based off a lot of these responses, I'm telling you, over 75% of the responses was like, from the females,
Yeah.
was like, you gonna throw away your whole marriage. Oh, and you didn't even ask no follow-up questions.
Nope.
You ain't do nothing.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I'm gonna be like, after I hear you respond, I'm gonna say, if it's negative, I'm gonna say, sweetheart, don't even worry about it. Matter of fact, not only I'm not gonna get home until tonight, I'm gonna come home packed, and I won't be home for about 6 months. Me and LeVar going out. Me and LeVar gonna take some trips. We gonna go
But
get.
that's
You got to flip that too. I mean,
Oh,
But
definitely
that,
flip
but that just tells you what state of mind she's in. Not only that, it tells you about her past.
Right.
Because she sounds like an angry woman.
Not only.
This was like a lot of them responding like.
but hold
this.
on.
Well,
Hey,
maybe we got
but hold
a
on,
lot of
hey,
angry
women.
men.
But hold on.
Angry
Hey,
women.
hey,
And
Lack.
that's the truth about
And-
the
and
situation.
Lack,
and
I
been
got-
with a lot
I-
of lying men.
I gotta sit here and be
There you
honest.
go.
I gotta sit here and be honest with you too. If on the flip side, if a woman said that,
I'm gonna say, baby, what's
that could
wrong?
define and
Let me
see what
say
kind
what's
of
wrong with you.
that could define and see what kind of man that they actually have in me. Because
Yeah,
guess what?
For sure, absolutely.
As a man, you're supposed to be a provider and protector.
I'm
So
going
guess
to
what?
stay on the phone 'cause I'm gonna panic.
No, I mean, look,
But a lot
if I
of
got a
these
car,
men
I'm getting
are
in the
not
car and going to get her.
protectors or
Like
providers.
it's for me, it's different. Like I would get in the car
They
and go
play
get her.
mind
I'm
games.
going to
Exactly.
But a
panic.
I
lot
come
of
get
I'm
these
gonna say,
men-
babe, is it a hotel around you? Where you at? Why are you out here? Because it could be snowing.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Where are
Blizzard.
you?
Sweetheart, is it
What
is it a
happened?
hotel? Can you
Right.
get to
Is it a
hotel?
gas
Let me
station
pay you a
nearby?
hotel. Let me get,
You know?
and I've been in that situation before when I was in a relationship a long time ago. Where I've done that. I said, the girl I was talking to at the time was stuck in the airport.
Yeah.
I said, okay, your flight will leave tomorrow. Let me pay for you to get a hotel.
Right.
Where you at? Okay, you right here. Go to this hotel. Take a cab. Go to this hotel. I put it on my
Oh,
card
you-
already. You know what I mean? Like, cause I panicked when she was like, she's lost and she's afraid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Like even if I didn't have a car and say she had the only car, Shit, Cash App is everywhere now. I was like, look, if you're at a hotel, hey,
Cash
I'll
App.
Cash App you.
Yeah,
Zelle.
I'll
exactly.
Cash App and
Venmo.
sell
I
you.
do use
Get
it.
to a room.
Uber.
Get to a room or
Lyft.
Uber here. You know, I would
Anything.
I would do what I need to do to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So, and then another thing we had was top 5 red flags for
Oh, Siobhan, somebody
a
asked you,
relationship.
where did you get your hair done? They like your hair. One of the listeners
Oh.
said, where did you get your hair done?
My cousin is a beautician. She does all of my hairstyles for the last 2 years. Her name is Brittany Lester. I think on Facebook it's Brittany Remy Marie Lester.
Okay.
But she is brilliant, and she has a private suite, and she's a 7-day-a-week stylist.
Oh, okay, that's what.
Yeah.
Brittany, Remy,
Get your
Lester.
calls in.
Yeah.
Get your calls in.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even with that, we have. Hang on. Is it good? Okay. You know, even with that, look, we had like a top 5 red flags. So what we had came up with was if you gotta call your mate before you come over, red flag.
Okay.
Being attentive about what I say or about how my day is going, what I do for a living, etc.
Okay.
Me personally, I said if you have to check a person's cell phone or ask and request somebody's password, it's a red flag.
But one of mine is if you have to repeat important things about yourself, like if you don't remember things
Yeah.
about
That,
me.
that kind of go with being attentive.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So
okay.
if you keep repeating, okay, yeah.
The 4th one was communicating with the ex, and the 5th one was like showing a grind and motivation and drive to grind like you.
Right.
To
Are
be-
you passionate
to
about
grind like you.
About life.
To
Yeah,
grind like you.
ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
correct word I was
Yeah,
looking
like
for.
you know how you a super hustler. Like what if you got a dude while you hustling, he is negative towards that and don't support that.
Well, red flag for me is someone who's
And that was
always available, like always, like.
Oh, he's always available.
Like, I'm not always available because you
You
want
said
somebody who'll be available for me. But like, what are you doing all day? Like, why not call you anytime?
Oh, he on your couch playing man.
Right.
Right.
Playing
So that's
2K.
it.
You playing 2K on your couch.
When I was younger, I dated someone who could never, stay out past a certain time. You know, things like that. If your schedule is limited to certain hours,
He was on
that's
parole?
a red flag. No, he ended up having a wife.
Oh.
And he had to be home. But
And you know what? I think we had that on the
or
previous
even if
show.
you could be on a parole, you know, just certain things like that. Your time is limited to certain hours.
Well, if he on parole at your house though, because that's your man, right?
Well, just-
That's a
no.
mighty good place to be in parole at.
No.
At your
That's
woman's
not
house,
true.
if you on parole, yeah.
So let me
Put that
think,
red box in the
flags.
bedroom, baby. You gonna see me there.
You know I ain't going nowhere.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to
She
get
ain't
that
gonna,
out.
she gonna even worry about you. Matter of fact, she gonna be the one out all night. Oh, I know, girl, he ain't going nowhere. He on parole, he in that bedroom. It is 8:06.
You know where I'm at.
He had to be there 6 minutes ago.
Yeah. I don't know. What out of the red flags?
Curtis, what's up, bro? Gordon.
No, I'm
Oh,
just like,
if they, guys that are you saying red flags are saying a person is like no good
Yeah,
for
no
you?
good,
Yeah.
red flag, absolutely.
Okay. I don't like a red flag for me is people who speak negatively of their kid's mother or their other maid. That's a red flag for me. Yeah. 'cause-
Always
Look,
on
you
their
know, another
phone.
Oh,
red
yeah.
flag.
yeah. I just when she just said
Yeah.
If
that.
you go out to a restaurant and eat, if she treat the people negatively, like real
Yes.
bad, and talk down on them, red flag.
Yes.
I'm never calling you again
Yeah.
after this dinner.
Yeah.
This your last dinner with me. Because
And
we're never talking.
It's not
Not
what you
only
say, it's how you
that,
say it.
how-
The way you was treating somebody.
Not
Yeah.
only that, how you treat your kids.
Yeah.
You know what?
You
You
spend
so
time with your kids.
Yes.
How you spend time with your mama.
Your parents. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
And that
right.
goes with female friends too. I'm kind of leery of people who don't get along with their mom. You know?
Yeah, that's.
I know I miss a lot of stuff going on with people relationships, but that's kind of
Yeah,
a
you guys
red
kinda
flag
just-
for me in relationships all across the
You make
board.
good points. You
You
make
know
some
what I mean?
good points.
You know,
Yeah.
y'all just told like I'm about to say how somebody interacts with their kids and treat their kids is a red flag. But hey, we might as well
Let's
go.
just go.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into breakfast in bed. You want to say for breakfast in bed?
That's kind of I don't know what's that about. Let me see what that's
All
about.
right, so breakfast in bed.
Sue in the bed with him.
We have a letter
Oh, my goodness.
about somebody's situation here. So we get emails on the
Okay.
regular. So here's the breakfast in bed topic right now. Hey, what's up, fam? It's been a long story. It's a long story. It's like this. I was with my girl for 5 years. 3 of them she wasn't working because I told her to finish school. and to get her doctorate.
Right.
So I told her to take care of the household and everything. Went into a house.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Went in and got a house for us to be a family. I'm planning for the future. So once she finished her school and got her degree, she took a job offer in another state and asked me to leave with her. I told her no, because I got promoted to a supervisor and I got us this house. Give me 1 second. I lost it. Oh yeah, got us this house and my mom was sick. So she left and cleaned out our bank account and left me stuck. But I let her, give me a second, okay, but I let her be, and we decided to remain cordial for our kid. Because I'm a great dad, she is still mad that I didn't leave with her. Holds that over my head. Fast forward, it has been going on since August of last year, and I only had my daughter 3 times since then, and every time I get her, it's hang on. It's
She
what?
monitors it.
Hang on, yeah, it's like, hang on. I'm trying to find out because I'm trying to scroll here.
You trying to get through it quick?
Yeah, I really am. It's like what I got planned, who's going to watch her, what she got to eat, what she going to eat, what time y'all going to leave and come back, answer my calls whenever I call, no matter what the time, etc., etc.
Sound like typical baby mama.
Yeah, it's, you see, no, it's getting worse since she found out I'm dating now. How should I take care of this situation?
Dear writer, listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. She's trifling. And I hate to call women trifling, but she's trifling. But what you do is, you keep your receipts, let me tell you, it's so loud, but let me tell you, you don't give her no cash in her hand, and you don't buy your baby anything unless she's with you. But what you do is open an account, give her the debit card, and have the monthly payment that you desire to give your daughter directly deposited in that account. That's one, because that's a legal document. She can't say you fabricated the legal document. That's from the bank. Second of all, put your daughter as the beneficiary, just in case something happens. 3, go to court and take yourself to child support. And I hate to say this, but you have to protect yourself from some women. Because I think women are conniving. I think women are very vindictive. And they feel like because, especially in Illinois, because the law works for us and works against the fathers, that they could just do whatever they want to do, say whatever they want to say, and don't give a heck, because the men are not being listened to. Due to the fact that we could obtain public records and bring it to the courthouse against them. And as a woman of myself that knows how to represent herself and represent my children, I'm fighting. And I'm fighting till I can't fight no more. And I ain't got no freaking air in my body. But overall, writer, take yourself to child support. It's okay. Because what the judge is going to do is the judge is going to hear you out. First of all, you're the one putting yourself on child support. So that's respect firsthand. Get your baby, put her on your health insurance, because that's what the judge is going to ask you to do. Put your baby on health insurance, first of all. Second of all, put yourself on child support. Third, get life insurance on your baby, because these nothing-ass mamas are leaving the kids with the boyfriends and the other freaking people.
And the grandmamas.
And the grandmamas. So get your baby some life insurance. Third.
See, I got life insurance on myself, but you saying put the life insurance on
your baby.
The beneficiary and her too.
Yes. And you put her as the the baby as the beneficiary as well. I mean, but if people can't afford Aflac, go to
Prudential Rate 2.
Global Life.
Yeah, that's another one.
Like the highest they'll go is $50,000, but it's just a baby. It's $1.23 probably a month. Yeah. You could afford that because y'all go to Robinsons and all these other places and spend more than $1.23.
Way more.
Way more. Fifth, the number 5. protect yourself. You don't have to put on your private life, your dating life. You don't have to put it on social media because you don't know who's following you. You don't know who's taking your pics or your whatever and bringing it back to her. You don't know if her family is the one transporting the information. You don't know. So at this point, you know your wife or ex-wife. You know what she's capable of. You know what she's able to do to you. But what you have to do is protect yourself. Protect your daughter, protect yourself, and start documenting. Save your screen messages. Don't leave it on your phone. Don't put it on iCloud. Find you an email and email yourself all your documents. When she makes a threat, document it. When she says you can't see your daughter, document it. That builds your case up. And when you do go to court, you hand your folder over to the courthouse and they will grant you joint custody. And I don't know, when you guys separated, what was the agreement for child custody?
Right.
That would be my question.
Right.
What was the agreement? Where's there a court order? What's going on? Because it's obvious either she's in violation of the court order or she just don't care.
Right.
So if there's no order,
we're gonna get Siobhan's tape.
That's
Almost.
I have
a
to
lot
see.
of
I
facts and a
have
lot
to
of
get the
information.
facts. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I have to get that whole story over again because I didn't catch
she
it.
pretty much monitors
Yeah.
So
when the
they
child
broke-
goes.
So are
with
they
him.
married?
They're not married.
They
They're
wasn't
divorced.
married. He basically supported her while she went to get her school, her doctorate degree. Once she got it, she got a job in another
And
state.
she relocated.
She got an offer for a job in another state.
Yeah.
He had got him a house and everything like
So
that.
she's just being vindictive and,
Exactly.
and really
She
doesn't want him
and
to
not
get
only
mad
that,
because he's in another
she
relationship.
wiped out the account and
Right. And
relocated,
now
and he said he let it
his
be.
daughter from
And is
seeing
he and
him.
is he paying child support?
He didn't say that.
It don't
Okay.
say. It doesn't
Right.
say that.
But
Okay.
but all the money that was in his account,
She
took
cleaned it
all
out.
the money.
Exactly.
Okay, so how is she like controlling the situation? Just
Because she doesn't allow him to
Because
see
because
his daughter.
because
Okay,
when
yeah, so he needs
because
custody.
when he said
Bottom line.
when he wants to see his
He-
kid, it's always
Right.
20 questions like where you going,
Right.
who's gonna
And-
watch
and
her,
he
what's
has
she
no
gonna
And
eat.
he's
control
only seen
and
her-
no say so
He's
over
only
anything.
seen her in 2 years 3 times. That's sad.
No, so he has to go and fight. This is
And
his
that's
job.
everything I just
Everything
said.
she just said, I agree with. I
Yeah.
just didn't know the backstory.
Yeah.
I read, got a brief.
First of all, how did
token.
she? Like, I would sue her for going into my
Exactly,
account.
exactly.
Getting, like, if you
Because
had
it wasn't a joint
$50,000,
account.
It was a joint account.
It was a joint account.
It
Yeah.
was a joint account,
Well,
and that's a lot of
at
trust
least
in
get
itself.
half, though. At least
That's a
get
lot.
half.
That's
I
a
mean,
lot of
but-
trust too.
I mean,
But they was married. That's why she had joint.
No, it wasn't married.
okay,
They
well
wasn't
that
married.
was insane.
No.
He just
Here's my part.
He gave us account away.
Here's my take on this.
She would've got that
Even
fire.
if you see your kid 3 times in over a year, depending on what state you're in, that's not enough in my idea. And take it from
No.
somebody who's raising their kid, and I see my
I
kid
can't
every day.
imagine seeing Amina only 3 times.
Right.
maybe
No,
he's
I can't.
I would go
tired.
crazy if I
And-
I mean,
if I see,
to
like-
my defense,
In his defense.
in his defense,
maybe he's
right?
tired
In
of
his
fighting, but you
defense,
can't be tired of fighting
no,
as a
no.
parent. You know, he's just giving up because she's probably wearing him out. Like you say, women can be vindictive, they can be
Exactly.
malicious.
But you know
Exactly.
what? If I was him,
And it's straining his life.
if I was him, look, you got a lot of single fathers. You're talking to 2 of them right now. You got a lot of single fathers out here who've all been through it. And the best advice I could say for you in that situation, go to court, get full custody. That way
it.
it'll eliminate her from getting child support, because at the end of the day,
but you have to prove.
hold
In
on.
her defense, you have to prove she's a negligent
hold on.
mother.
But at the end of the day,
Exactly.
he paid and supported her while she went to school. It's not his fault she got a job offer in another state. He may not have jumped when she wanted him to go,
He said his mother was sick.
but his mother was sick, and he had just bought them a house. So it's not like he checked out. He was all in. As a man, he was all in at that
She
point.
didn't really want to be with him anyway.
Exactly.
She didn't want to be with him in the first
Exactly.
place.
The fact that
And-
she had a house, he bought him a house.
Hold on.
And she just upper left.
And
she-
then
she-
still
she-
took the money after he got the house.
Hold on,
she
you got
one
a
of them
house,
people
and
that-
she
that
still
say,
wiped that
"I believe"
account.
when he said his car broke down.
Hold on.
She one of them guys.
Yeah. No, I'm saying she cleaned out. Yeah, for real. But think about this.
For real.
She cleaned out the account, knowing the fact that he just got them a house.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
And did not leave him a
A
dime carrying that. If this, it's like
has a mortgage to tend
she
to
wanted
now,
to
his
control
mother's
the
sick.
relationship.
Yeah, so now
She's
he got
bitter.
to work on his first and 15th because now because
Yeah.
like Kevin, he had like you said about he had that security, he had that cushion in his account.
Yeah.
If she took all of that, now he going check to check until he can like get back established. Hopefully he got good credit, so like the bounce back isn't as hard. But
But you know what?
it's crazy.
You know what? It's funny that he's going through these problems now that he's with somebody else.
No.
That was no. Read it again. He said
He said he's dating.
She said it's getting worse.
He
It's
said
getting worse since he's
now,
dating.
Since he's
Since he's dating,
dating.
but
So guess-
so
it's
that
been
means
going on
she
before.
has control issues.
no. At the end of the day, there was red flags. You chose to ignore the red flags, and you got yourself in
Oh,
some
time
shit
out, whoa,
that
whoa,
you
whoa.
need to get out your. And that's the
Exactly.
bottom line.
Hold on.
Exactly.
First of all, toilet flush because you're trying to put it on him for trying
There
to
were
make it
red
for trying to
flags.
make for
She
trying to
did
make a
not
family.
become the bitter lady that she is today by herself. He enabled her to become that.
How do you enable when you build
She entered
you
the
build a
relationship-
castle
she
for
entered
your
the relationship
family?
like that. And
At
then
the
she
end of
was
the
like,
day,
I'm gonna
he
use him
allowed-
before you use me.
Not only that,
That's what she
let me
was
tell
on.
you.
Not only that, he supported her
allowed-
while she was in school. He helped bring his queen up.
Nah. Whatever happened
She
before
had
she
a-
got with him,
Right.
she was like, I'm going to use you before you use me, but not knowing, which a lot of females do, you got a good guy, and whatever happened in the past, you was dating a hustler, a dude that was on the block and everything, who got 25 to life right now.
Right.
So because he played you and ran up your credit and drove your car and did drive-bys and everything, you had to go to court to get out that situation.
But
Got
not
the, got the
good
bullet
dude
hole
to
in the
support you. Right.
Cadillac
But not
converter.
necessarily.
Now she's taking out on him, and that's not fair for that dude.
That was a far fetch.
Not necessarily. At
was
the
a
end
far
of no,
fetch.
let me tell you this. At the end of the day, she went and she empowered herself. So maybe she's not the same woman she was when she first met him. For the simple fact, she's got a degree and then she has a different position.
Because he
That
helped her
changes
get the
her.
degree.
At what point?
He helped her get the degree.
At what
He
part is this his
supported
fault?
her. He supported her. But
At what
maybe,
part is this
maybe,
his fault?
maybe he
She lost
enabled
me
her.
with taking the money out. The
No,
account.
maybe
Yes.
She lost my support with after that.
I'm not defending her. I'm not defending her. But what I'm saying
But you're
is,
saying
If
that
he was
it's
one-
his fault
if
for
he was one of these
choosing her.
dudes
But, okay,
from out
fine.
west that would have grabbed her by her hair and punched her in the face 40 times, she would have ended up saying, so you know what, maybe I shouldn't go.
But I'm saying we adults enable people to certain situations.
No, seriously, yeah.
We
You did.
adults spoil our mates. You know what I'm saying? Like
And
we
I
adults we
want to know
enable.
how long were they together. I want to know, like,
He a good
That's
guy.
another
I
good question
have
too.
questions.
He a good
You know,
guy.
at what point did you give her
And she ran over a good
joint?
guy.
Yeah.
It's like a substitute teacher.
And now
When
she
kids
giving
see a
him hell.
substitute teacher, they run over.
And he's still a good
And he
guy.
like a substitute-
And
he
he's still a good
he
guy
run over.
because he
But
has a.
if he had just got out the county, if he gets out of 26 California a week before, and she was talking about that, and he would have looked at her, and he would have stolen on her, she would have. This wouldn't even be a strawberry letter.
But you know what? I think hold on.
I love the LeVar's letter.
I'm gonna look at this a different way. I think she still got feelings for him. I think she wanted to
She
run
is,
and
bro.
control the relationship because it's getting worse since he started dating now. She took all the account money and hoping that he went down, so his only other option was to move out of
He a
town.
strong dude.
This is not checkers. This is chess, and she did that as a strategical piece, knowing that
Well, he a good
if he
chess
fall
player.
flat on his face, he ain't got no choice but to come in with me.
good
But
chess
at the
player.
end of the day, LeVar, like I said, people enable people bad habits.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the facts of it, is that we enable people bad habits. Not only that, like at the end of the day, maybe she felt it was in her best interest to relocate to a new state and get a new job because she was feeling good about herself.
That's
Only
great.
for it,
You know what?
only for it not to work out, and now she doesn't have a place to come back to.
Right.
But
you
got a degree.
Black, you gotta let me
got
get
a
this
new
out.
job. She cleared the account.
Black.
So you took all this.
Black.
No,
damn
I
resources.
get what you're saying.
Black. I just listen.
But if
hey.
he was off Pulaski and Congleton,
Well, thank God I
If
don't.
you
they would
put up
grab him by
another-
her hair,
If you
drug
put
in
up
the
another
street,
West Side
they
Street,
would drug in the street up and down.
If he was from
and punched her in the
63rd
face
and
eight
Union,
Chicago and Wood.
Right.
She was off
No, and
Pulaski
no.
and Congress.
or
Dude,
Black.
she would've
63rd
went with a
and
punch in her
Union.
face like 4
Black.
times.
Black.
And she would have went nowhere. She would have put a blunt in her mouth and just had to put some ice on that them wounds.
Black.
Well, she a public gay
Black.
whore.
I'm gonna counter Love's comment when she
church
said.
finger. Church finger. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna counter Love's statement by doing this. She said that the best choice was by her moving out of town. It's only one type of woman I know that feels like it's a better option out of town than it is in town. And that's when they've been doing dicks all their life in the town they've been in. Thank you, Siobhan. No, this is real talk.
I'm done.
This is real talk. And Siobhan just sat here and called. She said it before I did.
I'm done.
Too many skeletons in
Hey,
the closet.
you know what?
Bones coming out the
Hey, that was the breakfast in bed topic, man.
Siobhan.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Girl, yes you do.
Siobhan putting this walk on us as we talk, so we all discombobulated as we talk. We got love right here, the sundress almost. We gonna take a little break right now, but when we come back, we got Lax Facts. We jumping into sports, then we closing out the show.
Yes, sir.
See you on the other side of the pillow. We see you on the black top, not on the other side of the
See you
pillow.
on the black top.
in it. Man, welcome to Let's Talk About It. Hey, let's give a quick shout out. She had to leave. Love Brady had it before it came. We call her Grandma now.
Yeah,
You know
she a grandma.
Hey, she looks like a grandma today. I can't
Yeah,
front,
she's a grandma.
Hold on. Side note, if you guys don't know, I don't care what nobody say. There is nothing like summertime in the shop. I'll put it up there.
Summertime shot is the best place.
Chicago
is the best place in the world.
I put up there Miami.
We better than Miami.
I put up there with Miami though.
We better than Miami in the summer because Miami, you got to strip and you're going to do the same thing every day.
That's true.
Chicago, you have no idea what you're going to do in the summertime because you can do the Miami stuff. You can do different stuff in Chicago. And I always tell people.
Oh, they get down there summer wear when it's like 60
absolutely,
degrees outside.
I'm telling
that
you.
weather break, that's the.
If Chicago didn't get cold, everybody would live here. Chicago is the best city in the world.
So, hey, a couple quick announcements real quick. We're putting some stuff together. Jacksonville, Florida. We are trying to get to you guys at some point this summer.
Jackson Duval, we try to get down there.
We got affiliate down there. We're trying to hear something back from her right now.
And it looked like it's going to happen.
And it's a real possibility. We're trying to find a venue right now. We're trying to get everything squared away. So Jacksonville, we're probably going to be down there soon enough. I don't know how many of the panels are going to be down there on stage with us.
I'll be there.
But we're going to get a venue. Once we get the numbers and stuff front, we're going to give you ticket prices, man. It's going to be a real lit show. It's going to be borderline Chicago takes over Jacksonville, takes over Duval. Anyway. And we're going to have Duval's very own Angela.
Pequeña.
Something like that.
Something like that.
She's going to be in the house, and she's going to be on the stage with us.
Hey, Angela.
Very extremely
tell your
beautiful.
friends about me.
That's probably one of the only women I know that she is more beautiful inside than she is out.
And
her
she's
outside
gorgeous.
is gorgeous.
Yeah, but she's a beautiful person inside. That's like one of the rare women.
Absolutely.
I've seen in life. Like I've seen a lot of women like similar to Angela, but for her to be so pretty outside, to be so pretty and humble inside, like Angela is like wonderful.
It's great. It's great. So now, that's one thing. Also, we want to give a real shout out to another podcast. My girl Damo, the bougie ass bartender, told us to give this podcast a shout out. The Perverted Nudes. Hang on. The Perverted Nerds. I'm sorry. The Perverted Nerds. And we're trying to work something out where they can come on to the podcast and we have a
we go on
really,
their
really
podcast.
good shot. Or we go on their podcast. You know, we all about promoting other people's businesses.
Check the Scoreboard Radio, man.
Absolutely.
My man Fillmore Green. You know, my man Big Mike Thompson, the big fella. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to them brothers every Sunday, man. Tune in.
Love Grady Movement. Robinson's Ribs here is where we're doing the live podcast today. We got DJ Rashad on the ones and twos here tonight. We also
that boy
got,
can dance.
Yeah, he can dance and he can sing. He'll do a hell of a karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
We got Dumbo, the drunk ass, bougie ass bartender out here today.
Yes, sir.
She's up there with Angela, if you ask me, personally. What else? We got a couple
Bears
other
Nation,
videos.
we going to LA.
Bears Nation.
We will be in LA. We definitely come to LA.
November 15th through the 18th.
So all of our LA listeners, we will be in California.
Absolutely. So we're going to be in California for the Bears-Rams game. Anybody that wants to know about Bears Nation, we pick one road game every year where everybody say, let's get our plane tickets. We're at that game. We're going to be in LA in November. I don't know who's going to be in Speedos or not, but I ain't checking.
I'm going to be in basketball shorts and
I'm
a white
looking for the women in two pieces. But
I am too.
So we're going to move on. We got Lax Factz.
Hey, Natasha.
We're skipping in the booth with Ush tonight. He had a prior engagement, but he did his thing on Maxed Out Mondays.
Oh, he was crazy.
Next time we might have in the booth with Uch, and we're trying to work out some stuff with that. It'll probably be on the 20th of this month. We got some scheduling things we got to tweak right now. So in the booth with Uch is on the hold for this week. Hopefully next week we put everything in a better organization right now. But we got Lax Factz right now. Lax, take it over.
So this is Lax Factz, you know what I mean? For all of you don't know, we like Lax. What is Lax? Lax is short for Cadillac. So, you know what I mean? For everybody that grew up with me on the west side of Chicago at Delano on Pulaski Road. You know what I mean? Everybody know me as Cadillac. All right, I'm just Tim Young, and even all my teammates over the years, they know me as Cadillac. So today is Lax Facts, and Lax Facts today is about my man Draymond Green. Draymond Green is not overrated.
No.
You're talking about a guy that played at Michigan State in the Big Ten for 4 years for Tom Izzo. A guy that was the Big Ten Player of the Year. The Big Ten, one of the elite conferences in the world. Next to the EuroLeague, next to the NBA. The Big Ten Conference is elite. You're talking about a guy that's a all-defensive team player. You're talking about a guy that's Defensive Player of the Year. You're talking about a guy that's been to the finals 5 times. You're talking about a guy that's an Olympian. You're talking about a guy that averaged triple-doubles. You're talking about a guy that can play with other superstars. You talk about a guy that when the superstars is hurt, his stats go up. It don't decrease. It don't go down. He gets better. He shows you why he's the leader. We're talking about Draymond Green, the heart and soul, the emotional leader, a guy that's embedded that Midwest culture to the Golden State Warriors, a toughness that the Golden State Warriors has never had in their history. And I know Tim Hardaway is from Chicago, and Tim Hardaway might listen to this podcast, but Draymond Green is giving something that Tim Hardaway didn't get at Golden State. Yes, Golden State made the playoffs when Tim Hardaway was there, but Golden State is a championship caliber team. Really similar to what Zeke did with Detroit.
That's a good point.
And even though Draymond from Detroit, what Zeke brought that Chicago to Detroit and to the Bad Boys is what Draymond Green is bringing, that Spartan mentality to the Golden State Warriors. And they've been successful because of that. So I want you guys to understand this. Draymond Green is a Hall of Famer. He's not overrated. The Warriors, I still got him to win this series even with the injuries. Draymond Green is showing you why. He's not only valuable to the Golden State Warriors, but he's valuable as a basketball player in this game.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Lax Facts.
And you know what?
True story.
I could agree with you more. Like I think we all disagree. Like I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm kind of glad this comes into play about when they talk about Draymond and Hall of Fame, because we got a lot of millennials that try to magnify LeBron's greatness, saying that he did, like LeBron does something that Jordan never did. But you know what? Vlade Divac is also up for the Hall of Fame right now. And if I remember correctly, Vlade Divac played on that Lakers team when Mike won his first championship, right? So let that still sink in when they say, well, he never played no Hall of Famers and nothing like that. Okay, that Lakers team eventually had 3 Hall of Famers with Magic, Worthy, and Vlade Divac when Michael won his first championship before Scottie Pippen, before it became Scottie Pippen, because he wasn't an all-star. Check your history books on that one. I like Draymond's Green. He's the epitome of a team player. A lot of people don't like him because he's a big mouth and he plays hard and he does. But I like players like that who don't back down to other superstars. Absolutely. I love them like that. And his game is interchangeable. And he
did such a great job on Kawhi last game.
I put him in the Dennis Johnson category when it comes to future Hall of Famers. Like, he's the guy that he's going to get in the Hall of Fame.
He's definitely
based on the other elite talent he's played with. I kind of put Clay up there too, because
Clay is for sure Hall of Famer.
I think if you put either one of these players in Toronto and to do what Kawhi is doing, it's a different story. And so that's why I look at more of the skill part. But hey, that was Lax Facts for you right now. Another thing, we're gonna do the Goofy Ass Mog Award.
That
CL segment, man.
Wait a minute.
I think we agree. The lady that hit the damn car last Thursday gets the Goofy Ass Mog Award, right?
I'm telling you.
So that's already established. You know, hey,
the CL Goof Ass Award of the month.
I'm trying to figure out how you hit a parked car and got the nerve to get mad.
How do you hit a parked car and got the nerve to get mad? Sad.
Goofy Ass Mog Award. So,
boy,
we
the female species is something.
Something else. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got to transition into our last topic, man. We ain't touched this in a while, and this was our bread and butter for a long time. It's a sports topic. We got the NBA Finals. We got the Warriors against the Toronto Raptors. The series is tied up 1-1. We got some key injuries. We got what we've seen so far in this series. What are you keeping an eye on moving forward with it being tied 1-1 going back to Oracle?
Well, I mean, it's going back to Golden State, and I know Golden State, they have a DNA and they have a pedigree of winning. That's just who Golden State is. 5 years been into the finals, all you know is how to win. Your DNA don't know how to lose, and your competitiveness and just your work ethic is just gonna show up. The inexperience of Toronto, I'm gonna see how they're gonna respond to this hostile environment. Klay Thompson, he's hurt. I want to know how well Klay is going to perform. I want to know how well Klay is going to, how much rest he's going to get. And obviously, you know about the shot being an athlete, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Klay is going to take a shot in the leg and get that adrenaline going.
Yeah, he's
definitely going to get that needle.
He's going to get the pedal needle.
Is KD coming back? Another thing that I'm going to look forward to, DeMarcus Cousins, give us,
he almost had
another
triple-double last
two. He almost had a triple-double. What is DeMarcus Cousins going to do? We know that DeMarcus Cousins is an elite talent in the NBA. What is he going to do? You got Draymond with the triple-doubles. You got Steph showing why he's been a two-time MVP. And now, you got Kawhi with a lot of pressure. Kawhi has carried this Toronto Raptors team to the finals. And how will Kawhi respond after falling at home in Game 2? Right. So this is going to be a nice chess match. You got two coaches. Kerr's been here a billion times as a player and now as a coach. He's been in this situation. So I'm just wondering the adjustments that both teams are going to make. But I still favor Golden State. Even with the injury to Looney. Yeah. Looney is done for the series. Yeah. We get the guy from Chicago, Marshall High School, Hoop Dreams. McKinney, Alfonso McKinney. How is he gonna play? And then Cook. Is Cook gonna give us what he gave us in Game 2?
That's another good one. Personally, I picked the Raptors in 7.
Okay.
I think I think KD. I think he has a torn Achilles. I looked at when Kobe tore his Achilles, and Durant did the same thing. I think he has a torn Achilles. And matter of fact, big ups to Durant for looking like the dude from the corner store in the tunnel after they won their last game.
Yeah.
He look like the dude who about to ask you for some loose squares and shit.
Yeah.
But I like him the way he supported his teammates. I think that the injury, Klay won that game for him last game.
Yeah, he did.
And I think if Klay is not 100% and minus Durant, that's going to be a problem. I think Steph could be Steph at any given time. I mean, against the Rockets, it was 0 points the first half, then exploded for 33 in the second half. I'm not worried about Steph. But if you need Iguodala to become more of a scoring threat, I think
Sixers Iguodala. Get Sixers Iguodala back. Because that was an all-star Iguodala.
And I think if Boogie gives you more, it's going to be a tough out because he's going against another monster in Marc Gasol.
He shut Marc Gasol down last game.
Yeah, but I don't think Marc Gasol is prime Marc Gasol. I don't think Boogie Cousins is prime Boogie Cousins.
Well, then they both battled each other in their after prime years.
They're
so
just big
may the
bodies.
best after prime center in the league win.
Yeah,
and I think Cousins got the advantage.
Personally, like I said, I'm rooting for the Raptors because I want this myth about needing two superstars to win a ring. I want that shit to be done with. I want the best team. I love Van Vliet. I don't know what happened, man. It's like he turned on the switch. He had his baby or something like that, and he has been balling the last couple games in the playoffs, man. So I think he's a very good role player. Who's the other guy?
Siakam hooping.
I want to see him step up.
But Draymond Green,
X
factor.
Draymond's always going to be an X factor, you know what I'm saying? And for those who
shout out to Ooch.
For those who don't know about, if you question Draymond and say he's overrated,
you tripping.
Think about this. LeBron targeted him a couple years ago when Cleveland won their only ring. He knew if Draymond got suspended for one game, that's all they needed in order to get back into the series. And he did some underhanded shit to get Draymond tossed out. And there's still some conspiracy on my end with that the league may not want to admit to. But I'll say on here, I'm going to leave it at that. It's in the past. It's not LeBron bashing. These are facts. Okay? And I got the stats. I got history to prove all these things. Next. What about Drake and Steph? The battle of the light skins, man.
Oh, man. You know what? Drake is the modern day Spike Lee.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Adam Silver, you trying to tell Drake what he can and can't do. Hey, man, Spike Lee been doing this for years. Way before Drake came along. Way before Drake was even, thought of Drake was like a toddler or something like that at the time.
I promise you one thing. If the Knicks get KD and AD, Spike Lee will be doing the same shit.
Spike Lee will be doing, again, what he did against Jordan and Reggie Miller. Again, if they get Anthony Davis and Kyrie, for sure. But Drake is just, passionate about his hometown. His hometown is in the finals for the first time. Drake keep being Drake, but he going at it with Kevin Durant, with the whole Warriors team, because they all got something. Kevin Durant called him Aubrey in the last game. I watched the behind the scenes. And Kevin Durant and Drake was going back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Durant was like, man, what happened, Aubrey? And Drake was like, man, y'all okay, it's 1-1. And Kevin Durant was like, Aubrey, I'll see you in the Bay Area. And then Klay Thompson had something. Klay Thompson was like, yeah, Drake, that was easy work and everything like that. So, man, I just love, man, people that's passionate about the game of basketball.
Absolutely.
Because basketball has been my blessing in my life.
All right, so what are we looking forward to in Game 3? Because we got the Clay injury. We got Looney out for the rest of the series. Boogie Cousins like he's, gradually getting his legs back under him. Can we expect KD to return for Game 3 if Clay can't go? And can we expect Andre Iguodala, Illinois' finest, to keep up his heroics and his big play? Because he seems kind of banged up out here in this series as well.
I think Jerebko got an opportunity right now. I know when he was in Detroit, there was a lot of games he stepped up and he played well for the Pistons. If Cook can be Cook like he was in Game 2, Steph is going to be Steph. Obviously they're going to go with the boxing one again. Sean Livingston got to give us that 20-point Sean Livingston they was giving us in the first and second championship. So Sean Livingston got to expect his role to increase. Iguodala, I think he will score more points. And then Draymond is going to be high triple-double Draymond as he always is. DeMarcus Cousins, like you said, he got his sea legs under him. I'm looking for him to play well. This is an opportunity to see Toronto got punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
Can you take that punch like Rocky Balboa and bounce back? We will see.
And you know what? The fact
History shows us no, they can't take a punch.
And you know what? The fact that even the last game, when I thought Golden State was going to just pull away and they closed that gap the way they did in the later part, I think Toronto was not there. I don't think people giving Toronto the respect that they deserve at this point. I think they're not as far away as people think they are.
Yeah.
And I think a large part of that is the injuries and minus KD. But, and I can't, how does Golden State look to you with KD and without KD? Because personally, I think they play better without KD with the ball movement and everything as opposed with KD.
They more in sync without KD. I think it's other guys that when they come into the game, they feel more a part of the game plan without KD.
Okay.
With KD, your mindset is, I have this only set role, and I'm right here in this particular role, and that's it. My job is to catch and shoot if I'm open. But without KD, a guy like Jerebko is I got to set good screens. I got to roll. I got to be ready for a pass from Draymond to dunk. I got to be a defender. You know what I mean? And so without KD, the guys pick up their roles more. They pick up their responsibilities more without KD. With KD, they kind of fall to just, we're going to let Durant do the bulk of the work. So I think they're more in sync as far as the role players and doing more. And as you've seen in Draymond Green play, his players picked up without KD.
Absolutely. And we're gonna close out the sports topic with that, man. Hey, next we got a lot of buzz come out of Bears camp at this point. So probably in the future shows we're gonna start dabbing, but we're gonna
Haskins, Ohio State, Big Ten. I see you in Washington.
But we're gonna show the NBA a lot of respect right now because it is the finals. The finals deserves our utmost attention right now. The draft, everybody wants to know June 20th. We're gonna probably do a live show on that day. So we will have the draft going on at the same time as the podcast. Depending on how it works out that day, we'll let you guys know. Hey, this is let's talk about it. Hey, shout out to the owner of here at Robinson's Ribs for allowing us.
Thank you, Robinsons.
This is like the 4th month they allow us to come in here, do live shows, been on a consistent basis. So much love to Robinson's Ribs. Much love to DJ Surprise, who came past it before we went live and everything. Yeah. He's at Norman's out south on 47.
We on V-Way.
We're on V-Way. Big ups to DJ Rashad for holding down the 1s and 2s right now. Big ups to Damo, the bougie ass, drunk ass bartender.
Siobhan the broker.
We got Pocahontas out south at the 50-yard line tonight.
What?
Yeah.
No, I thought she on Thursday.
It's one of the two. I forgot which one it is.
Well, I think Mocha on Thursday.
She's out there. Miss Jaja does. She has her own food company, catering and food truck company. Be sure to support her if you're in the suburbs as well. The other podcast we got, the Perverted Nerds. We're probably going to make a joint venture here at some time. We're also going to give a shout out to Bears Nation, who wants us to come out and do a podcast with them in LA.
I'm going to be in Cali for that.
Another one is the Love Grady Movement. We also want to give a shout out, a very important shout out. She's been very integral in having us come on here on the podcast at Robinson's Ribs. Siobhan.
The broker.
The big blue broker.
Woo, she's so sexy.
We're looking at her right
now. Siobhan is sexy.
She's sitting here with the.
In those jeans.
She's sitting here.
Looking good. Feeling right.
She's sitting here with the knee alone look from Love Jones.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Hey, with that being said, Lack, final words. Let's get it out.
Hey, man, you know what I mean?
Shout out.
There's always room for improvement. And the day you feel you can't get better is the day you're not living your life to the fullest. And, man, whatever you do, man, keep dreaming, man. Do it to the best of your ability. Man, so never stop going. Every day you wake up, it's a day to get better, man. You don't have to think about what if I could or what if I should have. We live in a time now where every day you got an opportunity to get better. So get better, and I love you guys. Follow LeVar in the Trenches on Anchor. Follow Let's Talk About It on Anchor. Follow Locker Room Talk with Jatim Young on Anchor. We love you.
I haven't did it in the trenches in a long
time. With football season around the corner,
right.
You going to be in the trenches for real.
I will literally be in the trenches. Big ups. Sports Ortho. If you don't know about Sports Ortho, they work with people from the Chicago Bears, the Chicago Bulls, in rehab work. They work around people in the city, CPD, CFD, you name it. They do the rehab work for them. It's female owned. Anybody who wants to know, I had a little shoulder issue. They helped me get my shoulder right. I got the tape and stuff to prove it. They're really good. They accept Blue Cross Blue Shield. If you have any aches or pains, go check them out. Talk to Dahlia. Ask for Dahlia. I know it's one on 31st Street over there, right off 31st and Dan Ryan. And go check them out. Set you an appointment if you have any aches or pains, man. Get yourself right. We're gonna do a health show soon enough. I want to thank you, the fans, for tuning in.
Thank you.
On a consistent basis. Be sure to call in and tune in and check us out. Be sure to share this live. Be sure to support us on the Anchor app as well as the Spreaker website under Let's Talk About It. We're trying to make this big. Our goal within the next 6 months is to take over every aspect of Chicago and the surrounding suburban areas. After a year, I want us to be able to become one of the top listened to, top 100 on iTunes. We're can't do this without you guys' support, man. We welcome
Support
other guests.
us, please.
We welcome other podcasts to join ventures with us, man. We are very serious. We're making big things. We got live podcast shows coming up. We're just working out the final details for these things to happen over the summer.
And we will be on Instagram and YouTube,
Yes.
so you guys are going to see us on various social media outlets.
Absolutely.
And look, we just want you guys to turn in and enjoy. Because we talking about everyday life situations, everyday relationship situations. We talk about things that maybe people that are too shy or too afraid to talk about. We giving advice, and we taking advice from the people that follow us on our web page. Let's talk about it. And what we do is just make each other better. You know, we a team. And let's talk about it. It's not our podcast, it's our podcast.
Yes.
And we just want to make each other better, support, and grow as one unit. And that's what a team is, and that's what LeVon and I believe in. That's what our panelists believe in. And that's why this group was created. Because we want you guys to get a taste of what it's like to be a part of a real team. And you got two guys that's been leaders and captains, a part of real teams, and we've won a lot. And we've been really successful. So this Let's Talk About It is touching every aspect of life to make each other better. And not only do we try to make everybody better, but you guys make us better men, better father, better people. And we thank you sincerely for that.
Absolutely. With that being said, we're going to close out the show. Hey, you can catch us either further here at Robinson's. Get drunk, let Dumbo get you drunk, or you can meet us at Norman's where we're going to have Stokey's. DJ Surprise is already out there.
Yes,
He
yeah.
probably on the third Stokey smoking it down right now. With that said, man, hey, we're going to catch you guys next week on the other side of the pillow. Peace.
I'm going to pull that. All right.